Good morning. It's Monday, and it's the day after my birthday. I'm so glad to have gotten rid of that day because I've always been the kind of person who just absolutely hates people saying happy birthday, happy birthday. I don't want to be reminded about my birthday because I know that every year that goes by is another year I'm closer to death. So I'm 51 now. That's right. Area 51. Always wanted to know what's in that place, you know? Anyway, it means that, you know, the average expectancy for an American is about 74, right? So what do I got? Like 23 years left? It's very depressing, you know what I mean? 23 years goes by like that, and then guess what? Dead. Anyway, my buddies Larry and Bob have come over today to hang out. Hey, so it's Bob and Larry. Come to visit us. How you guys doing?
Henry.
What's going on? What's going on, Bobby? Good to see you, man. Hey, so this is the first time I'm seeing Bob and Larry since the last adventure that we had together, right? And as you guys know, we had a very interesting event that happened just about 3-4 days ago, right? So I don't know if you guys that follow my channel every day know that I got a text message from Nick from Medford. He says, "Hey Henry, what are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I'm just sitting around watching TV." "What are you doing?" He goes, "You want to FaceTime for a second?" So I'm thinking to myself, FaceTime? Isn't that kind of gay? Not that there's anything wrong with being gay.
Anything wrong with that.
No, not at all. Anyway, so he says, yeah, sure, okay, let's FaceTime, whatever. So he FaceTimes with me. He goes, "How you doing?" I says, "I'm just watching the ball game, man." Next thing I know, in the picture, it's Bob and Larry. They're over there with Nick. So I'm sitting there for a split second. I'm going, what? How the hell is this happening? What's this Twilight Zone? What's going on, right? And, well, look, tell the story, because I don't even really know the story yet. You just told me briefly. So tell me exactly what happened, why you were there, and all that stuff.
All right, I needed a couple of hard bin bags for my Craftsman tractor. I bought a tractor that really nice shape, had the dome, had the tubes, had everything except the 2 hard bins. So I put an ad out.
Wait a minute. Where did you get the hard bins from in the first place?
I didn't have they were on a track. There was no hard bins. I needed the hard bins.
So you just had it from a long time ago, whatever.
Yeah, it was a tractor I picked up. Just needed hard bins.
I
to
see.
Have a complete system.
I gotcha.
Threw an ad out. Get an email from this guy Nick. I was going to email him. I was going to tag. I said, let me call the guy. You know, just he sent me the phone number. So I call him up. Yeah, we get shooting the shit a little bit. He's a carpenter. I'm a carpenter. You know, So yeah, we were talking about the engine teardown on the Tecumseh. We did the overhead shot with the time lapse. The 3 of us.
Well, wait a minute. So on this telephone call, whatever,
yeah,
you already have established the fact that this is Bob and Larry from.
Not yet. No. Not yet. I was like, well.
You just said I'm Larry.
I just said I'm Larry, and then.
But then, how are you talking to him about the engine thing?
How'd that come up?
How'd it come up when you were there in person?
No, it didn't. But whatever.
Okay.
So I said, I think he was talking about a YouTube video about yours or whatnot.
Oh, really?
I was like, yeah, well, no, I said, you had come up already. Okay, Henry had come up already. And it's early.
Yeah.
I only had 1 cup of coffee.
Larry? Are you Larry and Bob?
Okay, so he's saying this on the phone with you.
No, in person.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
He finally went to him. He said that in person. He didn't realize it.
Yeah, he goes, you know, I was telling him about the video of the teardown. He goes, oh, wait. That's when it clicked for him. He goes, "Are you Larry from Larry and Bob?" Yeah, man, you know. I was like, "Oh shit," you know. And
he was giddy. I swear to God, I thought he was going to ask my autograph.
Yeah, it was funny.
That's incredible because you know what? Nick from Medford's been on my videos like 4 or 5 times prior to. I don't know if you guys have ever seen his videos with me.
I haven't really gone back since I know you.
I see.
Past. I mean, I saw 1 or 2.
No, he's got
stuff out every day, so I watch it every day.
Yeah, like 6 tractors that I've had with no engines, got them all from Nick, you know? He likes to trade, too, you know? I'll give him like a 2-stage snowblower or something, and he just wants something for them so he doesn't feel like he's giving it away, which is exactly the way I feel.
We like trades.
Yeah, I
We
like
all
trades. Of course we all
get
like
stuff for
trades.
free, we give it away for free. And,
Speaking of trades, well, speaking of getting stuff, right? I want to tell you about what happened just this morning. So I wake up and I'm getting ready to walk boba around the block, right? And then I get a text message from my neighbor who tells me that on this local Huntington mom, dads kind of group, right? That some lady in Huntington Village, which is only about 10 minutes away, was throwing away a lawnmower, right? And the ad said, throwing away an unused lawnmower that's been in my shed for 3 years, right? And so I said, ooh, a lawnmower that's nearby here, very cool. So I messaged the lady, I says, listen, don't throw it on the curb yet. Let me walk my dog and get my daughter to school and I'll be right over to pick it up. Don't put it on the curb, just drag it up to your garage. And she's like, oh, it looks like we have mutual friends. Yeah, I'll do that. What time are you gonna be here? She doesn't really talk like that, but you know, it's a lot more interesting with that.
You do a Jewish woman better
With the George Costanza's mother's accent. My wife talks like that too. She doesn't. Anyway, and so I pop over there with Boba, right? And apparently this mower belonged to her stepdad who passed away recently, right? And so she just gave it to me. And she goes, oh, well, so what do you do with it? And I says, well, I'm a YouTuber. I make videos on repairs and, you know, whatever. I resell them. And she's like, oh, that's great. I'm glad it's going to a good home. So anyway, I just picked it up right before Larry and Bob came by. And they can look at it with me, too. So it's a Craftsman. It's a Craftsman with a quantum engine. It's the kind that has the big bagger, you know? It's got this flap here, which I've never seen, actually.
Dust flap.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, what's the point? You know, it doesn't clip on anything, but it's a big, I mean, that's a big bagger, you know what I mean? So baggers are always very useful this time of year. Anyway, she said this thing's been serviced all the time, but it hasn't been used in like 3 years. It's sitting in her shed. So I'm figuring, look, maybe it's been serviced, right? But before the dude put it into his shed, right, did he drain his fuel and all that jazz? You know what I mean?
If he did, it'll start right up.
If he did, it'll start right up, right? But if he didn't, that carburetor's trashed for like 3 years. You know what I mean? So, I mean, this is the first time I'm grabbing this right out of here, right? So, look, the Earl is kind of black, but the viscosity looks good. It's very thick, you know what I mean? And that's really what you need, you know? But it
Check the gas tank. Larry.
smells okay. Doesn't really look like there's if there's gas in here.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no way there's gas in here. 3 years, right? No way.
Bone dry.
Bone dry, which is good.
it's a
like
good
that.
guy.
I like
Like
you like
that.
bone dry for sure,
Yeah.
right? Let's see about the handles. Cable, nice and smooth. Well, kind of smooth, pretty smooth, right?
Smooth enough.
Ah, very smooth.
Nice.
Very good. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe if we put some gas in this baby, it might start right up. If not, I might have to do another video on carburetor cleaning. So we're doing some swappage. Larry needs some air cleaner base, and cover and a cable for his project, and he's giving me the deck to the Poulon. How about that, huh? You know that Poulon Franken tractor? Yeah, he's giving me the deck to that. So I'll have a deck, and he'll have some parts. You know, that's why we trade, because we could both use something, you know? So I'm going to put some gas in here and see if this starts. Yep. So I just put some gas in it. What do you guys think? Let's take bets. Will this thing start?
I give it 5 to 1 odds. as
I
well.
say yes, it'll start. I say less than 5 pulls, it'll start.
Probably.
What do you say?
I think so.
I think I agree with you.
No, you know what? If it doesn't start within 3 pulls, you owe me $1.
I don't have $1.
Henry,
All right, I'll tell you what, you owe me.
Henry,
Huh?
he's fucking with me.
What?
It's fucking.
Thanks, Bob. I put the spark.
All right, wait. Oh, it's got a primer. I hate the primer bowl. I like the auto choke one.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Let's see if I feel any
now.
fuel. I don't feel nothing. I don't even hear nothing. I don't hear nothing. I don't feel nothing. Feel that. That's what she said.
You could spray some
Are
carburetor.
you ready?
Sometimes you gotta
All right, get out of the way.
3 pulls for $1.
No. It's less than 5 pulls.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. 1.
That sounded promising.
It did sound kind of promising.
It did.
There's 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. 3. 4. 5.
Oh, you know what?
man,
I got the
it's
luck of the Irish. I got the luck of the Irish. So.
Oh, you son of a
I tried to warn you. I tried to warn you.
bastard. All right, starting 1 again.
Yep.
That's still not going to work.
Henry
I
normally
bet you the
has,
carburetor's screwed.
Henry normally has magic hands. Got any carburetor fluid?
Go ahead.
He said the primer's not working.
You don't feel nothing, right?
No resist.
All right, I'm going to pull my arm out.
You want
You guys saw that? You saw that dirty trick you played on me?
to off of right now. What's that mean? That's not ridiculous.
It's Cuba Hill. So I just took the air cleaner off, and it's in pretty good shape, you know, old, but pretty good shape. And the carburetor actually looks pretty clean looking. So I'm just going to go zip there, zip here, 1 blast inside the mouth to prime. Let's give it a whirl.
Oh.
Carburetor's dirty. That's it.
All right.
So we know we got spark, right?
Yep.
Know we got compression. All we need is a fuel. Carburetor's probably just gunky, not allowing any fuel to get up the emulsion tube, so it's not priming. This carburetor is actually very easy to remove the carburetor on. Actually, I could do it blindfolded, but that wouldn't be any fun anyway. So now I'm taking off the air cleaner cover. It's very easy with this. It's 3 5/16, right? 2 that holds the air cleaner cover on. 1 that holds it to the frame. And this part just comes off just like that. See? And the gasket's in very good condition. Really good condition. Half-inch wrench just to take the bottom off, just so we can see the condition of the...
I'm curious.
Oh, here we go.
It's gonna look like
you
Jello. But there's no
You want to
shut
clamp
off.
the line?
Yeah, since I actually just put fuel in there, huh?
Where's your clamps at, bro?
Hold on, I need a mini vice grip that's in my toolbox there. That one there. See mini vice grips anywhere? I can tell that it's bad. You know why? Because it. Thank you. I can tell that it's bad because it's. Oh, that hose is very stiff.
Those hoes.
That hose is very stiff, which means it's very old. And also it's kind of hard to take the nut out. So if it's hard to take the nut out, right? Look, it's tough. I mean, it's almost off, but it's just like still difficult to take off.
So what does that mean? Gum?
Yeah, the inside of that bowl
Wow.
looks terrible.
See, look at that. It's a lot of even though this gasket is in pretty good shape, right? It's got a lot of black residue on there, like rubber.
But there is a hole there too, and that nut might be blocked.
You want somebody with strong hands to do it?
Strong hands? Yeah. Hey, Bob, come over here.
I always turn to Larry.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Go, Henry.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, what
What
is that?
is that gray stuff?
It looks like seawater.
This is definitely not going to start the way it is.
it's still dripping like heck.
God, look at it. Gray.
That is disgusting.
Right?
Yeah, no carburetor's
that.
gonna.
Yeah.
No carburetor's gonna work with that junk in there.
Wow. That's
That
like.
oh
What?
my God.
You know what this is?
No,
Stabilizer.
really.
Oh, is it?
Stabilizer will work in your machine for one season, but still, if you keep it in there for more than 3 years without anything, it'll dissipate into this.
That's got to block all the holes in
That looks
the
like
carburetor.
clay.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Or like they say in France, terrible.
Terrible. Can I see that nut?
Eat up
I want to take a look at that nut.
And this
Can you
is
see through that hole?
It's definitely blocked.
And there's one that.
I
goes
can
through-
see through it a little bit, but it is blocked. And there's this one up top that doesn't look so good.
and-
I think you got a couple minutes here, bro. That's it.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Should I take the carburetor off? Or do you think I should
Yeah,
just
I'll-
spray shit up?
Do you think just the stabilizer gummed all this shit? Because this hole, I could see through it a little bit, but not much. And this one doesn't
But
look
there
so
are
hot
other
either.
holes in the shaft going up.
What? What are you talking about? Oh, did I stop this thing? Or is this going? It's going.
I don't know. It feels like it doesn't connect.
So Larry over here is cleaning my nut.
Look how little it is. Look at his little nut.
Yeah, he's cleaning my little nut.
You want to see my nut?
No, nobody wants to see yours, okay? Anyway, so I've clamped this off. It sort of works. So I'm going to do a quick and dirty. Right? I'm going to bend this hose
There you
upwards
go. There you go.
into the emulsion. Ooh, look at that.
Came right through.
See that?
That's a good sign.
Clean this a little bit. Clean that a little bit.
Now do you go the opposite way too?
This little
Yeah, he
bit.
goes the opposite. Oh yeah.
Clean this one.
Yeah, this.
That's it.
I don't think this goes. Doesn't feel. It feels very solid metal. That I did.
All right. Are you done with that thing, man?
See what I'm saying?
Let me,
Okay. So Larry and Bob cleaned this one. I cleaned the bowl.
It looks nice.
I did a quick and dirty, right? I'm gonna just shove it on there. Oh, sons of bitch.
Can you put the nut in first? No.
And I mean, this is just a quick and dirty, just see if it works. You know what I mean? If it doesn't work, I'll have to remove the entire thing, which I don't want to do. But look, quick and dirties work.
Hey, you just need to see if it runs, right?
That's it.
And then if it does, then you want to take the carburetor apart. Maybe. If it runs great, you got lucky, right?
I would turn this anymore, but I know I'll strip it.
nope.
No, don't do it anymore. I know my inclination was to want to do it, but I didn't do it.
That hose has to be changed at some point.
Yes, and it's just a small segment there. All right. Should I put that on? I have to put that on. Because otherwise you can't prime it if you don't put that on.
And that proper mold has to probably be changed.
Man.
Where was that?
See how dirty that is? I got to brush that off. I just lightly brushed it off there, just that area there where the thing is. And put this back on the primer, on the breather hose is what I was trying to say. This over here, and the third one that holds this together onto the frame. Aha! I see fluid coming out of there from the prime. All right, so I primed it a couple times. It is working. The prime is working. Let's see if it'll start up.
That sounds good.
This is not good. Because you know it's getting fuel. It was dripping the whole time.
Yeah.
Unless it all dripped out.
No, you put a good amount in there.
Yeah, there's a good amount in there. So,
Prime it again.
The primer don't work.
primer works great now.
Oh, it does.
It's like flooded now. Not getting any gas, or the needle is stuck in there and it won't come back down again. See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to take the damn thing apart again.
Hey, you want to see you next?
So unfortunately, it doesn't always work out the way I think it'll work out. You know, I really did think that it was going to work out, but I think that maybe the needle and seat is messed up, so that it's not dropping to fill with fuel in the bowl. So I'm going to move this again, and it's there's two 3/8 bolts that hold this onto there. Larry and Bob just left. They have to go pillage a village, and they brought me the deck for the pool on, the Franken tractor deck. I gave him some parts and some Lucas oil products and seafoam that he may need. So a little bit of quid pro quo. He scratches my back, I scratch his. Whatever he needs, I'll let him have. And in return, whatever I may need, he helps me out too. And that's the great part of having, you know, guys you know that do the same thing, you know. It's two 3/8 bolts that hold this carburetor together onto the engine block. And then just a twist. And there it is right there. There's the carburetor, which I should have taken off in the beginning instead of trying to do a quick and dirty. But you know, if you can get away with a quick and dirty, you do it. Of course, it's difficult to take off when the carburetor is off. So what I'm going to do now is, since it's not getting any fuel, I suspect that the needle and seat is bad. So that's one thing that in the quick and dirty is difficult to do. I can tell the seat is bad because it's puffy. It's puffing up this. Let me show you that. I don't know, that seems okay actually, but it seems a little puffy. I bet you the seat is on its way out. Which is a problem because guess what? I don't have any more seats. I used them all. But I might have another carburetor. This carburetor. This exact one. I'm looking at the needle. Needle looks okay. And the seat looks okay. So that's a little odd. Well, I'm going to blow this out a little bit more. So while I'm at it, I'm going to change this fuel line because this fuel line sucks. As you guys know from my previous video, one of my subscribers, Samuel Sandoval, he sends me stuff all the time. I really appreciate it. Anyway, he sent me some 25-foot long of brand new fuel line. So I'm just measuring, you know, just by the naked eye, about how long I should cut this. It's about that much. Cut it nice perpendicular cut. And we're going to replace the fuel line on this because this fuel line is Dunsky. A lot of fuel coming out there. I'm just holding it with my finger, and I'm going to try to get this clamp. Because I don't have any clamps, so I'm going to use this old clamp. This seems like it's way too big, see? So it's not going to work. So I'm going to have to find another one. Let's point this upwards. The red ones are what you need. Or the green ones are what I need. Well, I think this will work. I'm just going to test it by putting this on here. There we go, it's dripping, right? Then when it fills up, it stops it. Right? So that ought to work. I say again, oughta. Where is the bowl? What did I do with the bowl? Where's the bowl and the thing? There we go. Here's the bowl. Here's the nut. You're a nut. I really didn't do anything different other than change the hose, and I blew out the holes a little bit better. So who knows whether or not this is going to work or not. Oh God, you figure I'd know better. You never disconnect the hose before you put the carburetor on. I knew there was something out of whack about what was going on, because you won't be able to get the carburetor onto the linkage. See? Got to put the linkage on first. And the linkage is just a Z-bend. Just like that. With the bolts. 2/3/8. Put the hose on. It's good. It's not leaking. Like we're on to the primer. All right, that ought to do it, I hope. If not, I got another carburetor for it. Okay, so I just primed it. Seems to prime pretty well. Beautiful. So, just needed to take it apart and clean it better, that's all, you know? Very nice. So all this needed was a carburetor clean, and it works just fine. Self-propulsion also works very well. All we need to do is just wipe this down and clean it up a little bit, and it also comes with a nice big bagger. Very cool. Comes with a big bagger. Free from a local Huntington person, a mutual friend actually. So it didn't work, I guess, when we tried it, So it basically needed a carb clean. It had that gray stuff in it. I'm starting to feel that the gray stuff in it was stabilizer. Stabilizers are only good for one season maybe, but if you keep it in there for more than one season, it'll probably dry up and clog the carburetor, as we saw that it did. A quick and dirty didn't work right away, so we had to remove that carburetor completely and blow out all the holes, clean the nut, get the torch tip cleaners to clean the holes in the jet nut, as well as clean out the bowl, spray all the holes in there, and we changed the fuel line on here because that fuel line was just Dunsky, But self-propulsion works good, the wheels are decent, air cleaner's actually kind of clean, and I'm just going to wipe this down a little bit. I don't think I'm going to do anything with it this year, so I'll just store it for next year, But thanks to the person who donated to me, appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. about that, guys? That was fun. As you saw, I did what Scott Keller told me that he does. And he says that it's a natural compost, you know, natural mulch. Instead of bagging all the leaves, right? Well, you just run them over, you know, and shred them to thousands of bits and pieces, which is what I did with my zero turn 616 Toro Z. I love that thing, man. You guys saw me on that thing? I was getting the hang of it, actually. Love it. Blew all the leaves out of the crevices here, and I know that's a lot of people mulch and stuff, and every time you blow it, I mean, you're blowing it all over the place, you know. But after I mulched all the leaves into thousands of little tiny pieces, I decided that since we had such a bad storm the other day, right, the lawn is very soft and mushy, so it's a perfect time for me to re-aerate again. This is the second time I'm aerating my front and my back lawn. This time, you know, I had a couple of extra cinder blocks on there, which gave it more weight, because before it was very hard around here and you couldn't really get the holes, you know. But now with the soft lawn and the 2 extra cinder blocks, the weight was really heavy, so we were able to you know, get plugs in the entire yard, which is fantastic. So, you know, that was a lot of fun, you know. Right, Boba? Yeah. Anyway, so that was aerating my lawn, mulching, not bagging the leaves at all, and honestly, you know, you couldn't even tell that this was full of leaves at one time, you know, and it was so easy. It didn't have to bag anything. The excess leaves is nutrients for the lawn anyway. It's a natural fertilizer, you know, so that's pretty cool. I think I'll keep doing that for a while and see how it turns out, you know. Hopefully now with the aeration after that, some of that nutrients will, you know, kind of make its way down a little bit deeper now than normal, you know. So maybe my lawn might look better next year. I feel pretty good about it, and it, you know, driving that LT1000, you know, with the tractor tires on the front, that thing really runs great, man. Has a 19.5 opposed twin engine in it, and honestly, runs so smooth and very reliable, you know, always starts and stuff, and that zero turn is absolutely fantastic. So today, what I did was, you know, I just did a little bit of aeration on my yard, front and back, and got rid of all the leaves by just simply mulching it. I got a free mower from somebody here around the neighborhood who was donating it because, or throwing it to the curb alert, and fortunately I picked it up and just did a carb clean on it, and it runs just fine, you know. But I don't think I'm going to be able to sell it this year, so I'll just probably keep it until next spring or something like that. No big deal. And so I'm going to delay working on, I still have to find a 1 1/8 socket for that. I'll probably go to Harborfreight Tools and get one. And then after that, I'm going to take apart this and put some piston and rings into this 21 horsepower Intech. I need to use a different cover because I gave Larry the cover for this because he needed it, and I have another green one, so I could use that with a different filter, no big deal. I just have to find a way to get the filter off because the thing is all stripped, so I can't take these off because it's stripped on the inside, and you just keep turning this, it just keeps turning, you know what I mean? So I don't know how I'm going to get this cover off because it's deep inside there, you know. When you turn it, the nuts, they just move, you know. Can't get anything in there. You can't get a drive thing in there because this is shaped in the same way as the nut is. It's supposed to hold, but it doesn't. But anyway, I'll figure it out. So that's the episode for today. Free self-propelled mower with a bagger and some aeration of the lawn. It was a fun day. It was good seeing Larry and Bob as well. Remember, we traded. They gave me a deck for my pool lawn. So that's another project that I got to do. Off the Harborfreight Tools to get my socket. I don't know, man. That looks much bigger than what I need. So here's a whole set, right? The biggest one on here is 1 inch. Okay? That's 1 inch. What I need is just a little bit bigger than 1 inch. The 32 millimeter one is way bigger than 1 inch. So it's definitely not the 32 millimeter one. I think I need like a 1 1/8 or 1 1/16 is what I need, not the 32 millimeter. I could just get this set. This set is $24.99, and this has all the different sizes. 15/16, 1 inch, 1 1/16, 1 1/8, 1 1/4. So I mean, I have most of those, but they don't sell just the 1 1/8 or the 1 1/16. So you know what? I think I'm just gonna buy this. Wow, Henry's gonna spend $25 on a bunch of sockets? What are you, crazy? This world's coming to an end. So check this out. You got rear tractor inner tubes for only $8.99. It's a pretty good deal. See, it's for size 18 by 8.5 or 9.5 by 8 inch. So this would work on most lawn tractor rear tires. $8.99 is a good deal. Here are the 13-inch ones. Will fit 13 by 5 by 6. This will fit the fronts. It's only $6.50. That's pretty cheap. So you can get 4 inner tubes for $13 for the fronts and 18 something for the rears. That's a pretty good deal. These are for like front caster wheel ones, you know, 4-inch rims. It's pretty cheap, $2.99 for this. 2.5 by 4. That's pretty cheap. So I got the set of impact sockets. I know I just need one, right? But you know, I know I'm gonna need these eventually in the future. And so they were $24.99. So you put the 20% off, right? I always need these things. I had a coupon for $1.49 for these, right? These were regular. I think it was $2.99, right? And this is a free tape measure. You got a coupon for it. They give it to you for free. So the whole total, right, was only $28.75. This was $24.99 already. You know what I'm saying? So to get the rest of this stuff practically for nothing, it's a good deal, man. Got to have the coupons. So I'm pretty happy. $28.99 for all this stuff. I could always use them, you know. All right, well, I'm finally home, and let's finally put this thing to bed, huh? So what do you guys think it is? You think it's 1 1/16, or do you think it's 1 1/8? I'm gonna try 1 1/8 first. As soon as I can take this off. Oh, golly. Jeez, it's difficult to get off there, man. All right. 1 1/8. Let's see if it fits. Ha ha! It fits. You know what? Fits a little loose. So you know what? Just for the heck of it, you know what I was gonna say. But I'm trying to keep this a family show. Let's try a 1 1/16 just for the heck of it. You think 1 1/16 is going to be snugger? Well, guess what? 1 1/16 doesn't fit. So it has to be the 1 1/8. So now we know, guys. Tecumseh flywheel crankshaft nut. You're a nut. Takes 1 1/8. You know. Now I'm gonna have to get my big impact. Here we go. Got my Harborfreight 1/2 inch drive impact and my Harborfreight 1 1/8 socket. Yay! It's only taken a month or so for me to get this thing off. The cup, grass thingamajig. Oh yeah, well we're not quite done yet, are we? Another hard part. So, I'm gonna put the nut back on again, but not tighten it, just put it like that, right? Get a sledgehammer ready. And I'm gonna find a good place to prop this so that it pushes upwards. I guess that's pretty good pressure. Right along the bracket where the starter is. So I'm just gonna pop this. There we go. You guys saw that? Take the nut back off again. And here we go. I said, here we go. I said, here we go. Blower fan. And there be the flywheel. 3 large magnets on the flywheel. Stator looks good. Looks like it's in good shape. Man, oh man, am I glad I was able to do that. So I guess I spent $24 just to get this nut off. Nah, I'm going to use those impacts someday. Looks like it's just 2 1/4-inch bolts that hold the stator down. And it's attached onto here. These bolts are kind of important because when you try to look for them, there's no way you can find them. Just bend this bracket. And there's a stator. Good condition stator. You can tell by how orange the coils are. You know, if it was like black or very dark, it wouldn't be good. But this is a good condition stator. So now that I have accomplished disassembly of this engine, I feel pretty good about it, and I'm just gonna take it apart some more, the crankshaft, right, and then take pictures of this stuff. This crankshaft should just like pop off easily. There we go. See? So look at the journal. It's toast. Look at this big nick there. I guess you could use muric acid on it and a very fine emery cloth that's a very fine grit and eventually get this smooth, and it might work. But like I said, I'm not going to do it because it costs too much money for the connecting rod. So I'm going to probably just chuck this, but I will keep this Woodruff key here. The Woodruff key is the semicircle one. Anyway. So that's that. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Hey guys, support my channel, buy a sticker. Also follow me on Instagram at Mowers Blowers. Check out my website, mowersblowers.com. See you guys on the next project. Have a great day.
guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.